Hello, my name's Jamie Boyle. I'm Client Director here in the Education Division at Howden. I lead our new partnerships team and we focus on providing wellbeing and mental health services to the education sector. As many people may be aware that Howden is the new name for Ensley, but we very much have retained that rich history and heritage that we've built over the last 60 years within the education sector. We were created by students for students, and that ethos very much remains at the heart of everything that we do, ensuring that we're providing the best solutions and services to students and the education sector as a whole. With the many partnerships that we've got already, put us in a great position to understand what the challenges that universities, colleges face in terms of mental health and wellbeing support for their students. Howden partners with a whole range of different providers in the education sector, and through those partnerships it was very clear that there was an urgent need for additional wellbeing, mental health services and resource within the sector, and we took it upon ourselves to understand what the challenges are, how we could potentially help, and therefore develop a suite of services to help relieve some of those challenges. It's very well documented that there's strain right across the sector, right across the country, in terms of providing adequate mental health and wellbeing support. I think that colleges face particular challenges with a lack of budget. A budget has been restricted and stretched to the extreme over a lot of years now. If learners are supported with their mental health and wellbeing, they'll ultimately be more engaged and be more successful in their courses, their placement, their lessons. So having mentally healthy learners is ultimately better for them, but for colleges and the education sector as a whole, who will then go on to be the future workforce for the country. So as well as being able to support students in the moment, to give them instant access to a qualified counsellor to talk about a whole host of different reasons and receive that support, we also believe that access to self-help resources and wider mental health education is also really important, which is something that we provide through our services too. Understanding anxiety, low mood, loneliness, to help potentially prevent those issues becoming worse further down the line. It's not just students, of course, who need that mental health and wellbeing support. We also appreciate that it impacts those around them, so their parents, their tutors, and that's why we also provide support to those individuals too. We know that from a teacher perspective, around 2 in 3 teachers say that their work adversely affects their mental health. Parents, we know that 1 in 5 have poor or very poor mental health themselves, and over 50% of parents would rely on their family for advice and support about how to support their children. So there's a lack of resource available to these individuals, which again is why we've developed our services to make sure that it supports the whole college community, as well as the learners. It's the teachers, their parents as well. So we understand for our own research that from 2022 to 2023, there was a 30% increase in the number of students accessing support from their college or university. And we know that there's a huge impact on existing services within a college because of this increased demand. What our services look to do is not take anything away from what the college already provides the learners, but provide additional resource, extra capacity, whether that is to reduce waiting lists for counselling, provide that counselling support, out of hours support, or even kind of like instant access to a counsellor, so that hopefully it helps to relieve some of the pressure that they're facing already. So we work alongside them to complement what they do, but provided extra tools or extra pathways to help relieve some of those challenges. So we have been working with our partners for over 5 years now, providing these mental health and wellbeing services. And every college, every university is different. They face different challenges, and we provide them in a whole host of different ways. The feedback that we get from our partners is so valuable to understand the impact that it's having on those services. And we know that there's one in particular that they've stated that without our services, their internal counselling and wellbeing teams just wouldn't be able to cope with the demand that they've seen, an unprecedented demand. But with our support, we've been able to ensure that all of the students receive that access to qualified counsellors that they require, and ultimately removing some of that burden from them.